This is CBC News from Vancouver. Good afternoon. I'm Stephanie Mercier. Overseas, the violence in Israel and the Gaza Strip is continuing for a sixth straight day. Israel today targeted an office building in Gaza that housed the Associated Press and Al Jazeera. Both media organizations say their ability to cover the conflict has been seriously affected. Israel also bombed a refugee camp, killing 8 children under the age of 14 and 2 women. They had gathered to celebrate Eid al-Fitr, marking the end of the month of Ramadan. Former Israeli Brigadier General Ashraf Orion blamed Hamas for the civilian casualties.
Israel, unfortunately, hurts civilians while striking Hamas military targets embedded inside civilian population.
Yesterday, the U.S. sent an envoy to the Middle East in hopes of de-escalating the violence. And tomorrow, the UN Security Council will meet to discuss the conflict. Meanwhile, there are protests happening this weekend in Canada about the violence, including one starting this afternoon here in Vancouver. The CBC's Joel Ballard joins me live on the line with more. Joel?
Stephanie, as you can hear, there are about 300 people outside of the CBC building right now. You can hear them chanting behind me. They're protesting the ongoing bombings in Gaza, the violence against Palestinians, and the expulsion of Palestinians in Jerusalem. It's part of a mass protest this weekend that's taking place in cities across North America, like Toronto, Montreal, and New York. The protest is also commemorating a Nakba, which means Catastrophe Day. It's how Palestinians characterize Israel's Declaration of Independence in 1948. When hundreds of thousands of Palestinian Arabs fled and were forced from their homes. Recently, Israeli air raids have hit buildings inside a Gaza refugee camp, leaving at least 10 people dead. And today's protest calls on the Canadian government to take action. Steph?
Thanks, Joel. That's the CBC's Joel Ballard reporting live on the line this afternoon in Vancouver.